All right, so are you ready for some cosmic guidance? Specifically for all you Virgos out there.
I'm ready.
Perfect. Well, today we're taking a deep dive into Iris Quinn's Your Complete Personal Horoscope Virgo 2025.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and let me tell you, this isn't your typical vague horoscope book, you know? This is more like a cosmic strategy guide for the year ahead.
I like that.
Right. It's less about, what's going to happen to you and more about how you can work with those cosmic energies.
What I love about Iris Quinn's approach is that she really emphasizes personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
It's about using those astrological insights to make choices, conscious choices.
Totally. And she breaks it down month by month, which I think is super helpful. It makes it feel so much more manageable.
Right.
Like, okay, what can I focus on this month to really, make the most of these cosmic energies?
Exactly.
So for all you Virgos listening, get ready for a year of self-discovery and maybe even some breakthroughs.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking career, love, health, the whole shebang. So to kick things off, January is all about laying the groundwork, getting organized, super Virgo, right?
Classic Virgo.
But it's deeper than that.
It is.
Iris Quinn, she highlights the influence of Mercury, which is Virgo's ruling planet.
Right.
And Mercury is all about communication, clear thinking.
Uh-huh.
So she suggests using this energy to not just tidy up your physical space, but also to declutter your mind.
That's so important.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, think about those nagging thoughts, those unfinished projects, even some relationships that maybe aren't serving you anymore.
Yeah.
It's like a cosmic cleanse.
I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense because a lot of people, I'm guilty of this too, make New Year's resolutions that are kind of superficial.
Yeah.
But this is about getting real with yourself. Like, do these goals actually reflect who I am and what I want right now?
Exactly. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest values.
I love that.
And she doesn't stop there.
Oh, no.
Iris Quinn also emphasizes the mind-body connection.
Oh.
Physical well-being, it directly impacts your mental and emotional strength.
Makes sense.
It's all connected. You can't have one without the other.
Right. Yeah.
So she suggests finding one small habit you can tweak
Okay.
for a healthier lifestyle.
Like what?
It could be something as simple as drinking more water
Okay.
or going to bed earlier.
Easy enough.
Right. Just small changes can make a big difference.
See, that's what I love about this book.
Yeah.
It's practical advice you can actually implement.
Absolutely.
It's not just some esoteric woo-woo stuff.
No, it's grounded and actionable.
All right, so we've decluttered. We're feeling good now. What?
Well, February brings a shift in focus.
Ooh.
It's all about relationships.
Okay.
Friendships, family, romantic connections.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, it's a time to nurture those bonds.
I like it.
But with a very important Virgo caveat.
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Boundaries.
You got it. Virgos are naturally so helpful and giving.
It's true.
But, that can lead to burnout if you're not careful.
For sure.
So Iris Quinn really emphasizes setting clear boundaries.
Okay, but how do you actually do that? It's easy to say set boundaries, but actually putting it into practice can be so tough.
You're right. It's a skill that takes practice.
Especially for us people pleasers.
Especially for Virgos.
Yeah.
But Iris Quinn, she offers some practical strategies.
Like what?
Learning to say no more often.
That's a hard one.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's so important.
Okay. What else?
Scheduling dedicated time for yourself each week.
Okay.
And communicating your needs clearly
Great.
to those around you.
So it's not about being selfish.
No, not at all.
It's about self-preservation.
Exactly. You can't pour from an empty cup.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so February is all about connection, but March sounds like it's all about taking charge.
It is.
Especially in your career.
Yes, March is when things start to heat up, astrologically speaking.
Okay, tell me more.
Mars and Jupiter, they align.
Okay.
To create this dynamic, almost unstoppable energy. It's like this cosmic push to step up and showcase your skills, particularly in your career.
So for those of us who maybe aren't super familiar with astrology, can you give me a concrete example of how this planetary alignment could actually play out in real life?
Sure. Imagine you've been wanting to pitch a new project at work.
Okay.
But you've been hesitant.
Yeah.
March might be the perfect time to finally go for it.
I see.
You'll have the energy and the confidence to present your ideas persuasively.
Okay, so it's not like the planets are magically going to get you a promotion.
Right.
But they create this energetic environment that supports taking bold action.
Exactly. And it's not just about big career moves.
Okay.
Iris Quinn also highlights the potential for financial clarity in March.
Interesting.
It could be a good time to reevaluate your budget, negotiate a raise, or explore new income streams.
Makes sense. You've got that Mars energy pushing you to take action, and Jupiter, which is all about abundance and expansion, is there to support your efforts.
Exactly. It's about recognizing those cosmic cues and using them to your advantage.
I love that. Now, after all that outward momentum in March, April seems to bring a shift towards home and family.
You're right. April is about creating a sense of harmony and peace in your personal life.
Okay.
It's a great time to nurture those close relationships, maybe resolve any lingering conflicts or misunderstandings.
And this is where those boundary-setting skills from February come in handy again.
Definitely. It's about creating a balanced and supportive home environment where everyone feels heard and respected.
So important.
It is, and it's not just about family. Iris Quinn mentions that April is also astrologically favorable for matters of the heart.
Ooh la la.
So whether you're single or in a relationship, this could be a time to deepen those bonds or maybe even spark a new romance.
Love is in the air.
It is.
So April is all about creating that loving and supportive foundation, which makes perfect sense as we head into May, where the focus shifts to health and vitality.
Exactly. May is all about taking care of your physical and mental well-being. The energy of this month is perfect for starting a new exercise routine, trying a healthier diet, or simply incorporating more self-care into your routine.
It's like the universe is giving you permission to prioritize yourself.
Which we all need from time to time.
Especially us Virgos.
Especially Virgos.
Yeah, we tend to put everyone else's needs before our own.
It's true.
All right, so May is all about self-care, but does Iris Quinn offer any specific tips for managing stress?
She does. She emphasizes the importance of stress management in May, and she suggests exploring different techniques.
Like what?
Yoga,
Okay.
meditation, spending time in nature.
I've always struggled with meditation.
Have you?
Yeah, I just can't seem to quiet my mind.
Well, she recommends trying guided meditations,
Okay.
focusing on your breath, or even just starting with a few minutes of quiet reflection each day.
Maybe I'll give that another try.
It's about finding what resonates with you
That's true.
and building from there.
All right, so after all that self-care in May, June, sounds like it's about letting loose and having some fun.
It is. June is all about unleashing your creativity
Okay.
and letting your authentic self shine.
I love that.
Yeah. Iris Quinn encourages Virgos to explore their passions, try new things, and maybe even tap into some hidden talents they never knew they had.
I like that. It's not just about being productive. It's about expressing yourself and having fun.
Exactly.
Does she give any examples of what that might look like?
She keeps it pretty open-ended,
Okay.
which is great because it allows for individual interpretation.
I like that.
So it could be anything from taking a painting class
Okay.
to starting a blog to finally writing that novel you've always dreamed of.
So it's about embracing that playful, experimental energy
Yeah,
and seeing where it leads you.
exactly. Who knows? You might discover a hidden talent or passion you never knew you had.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've tapped into your creativity in June.
Yes.
What's next on this cosmic roadmap?
Well, July brings a bit of a pause, a time for reflection and recalibration.
It's like the universe is saying, okay, take a breath, check in with yourself, make sure you're still on track.
Exactly. Iris Quinn encourages you to revisit those goals you set back in January.
Okay.
Do they still resonate with you? Are there any adjustments you need to make?
It's like a mid-year check-in.
It is, but it goes deeper than just reviewing your to-do list.
Okay, how so?
It's also about being honest with yourself about what's working and what's not.
I see.
Are there any projects you've started that you're no longer passionate about?
Yeah.
Are there any relationships that are draining your energy? July is the time to acknowledge those things
Okay.
and make conscious choices about what you want to keep nurturing and what you need to let go of.
Letting go can be hard, though.
It can be,
Yeah.
but it's so freeing.
Any advice on how to actually do that?
Journaling can be really helpful for processing emotions
Okay.
and gaining clarity. Spending time in nature can also be incredibly grounding and restorative.
I like that.
And of course, talking to a trusted friend or therapist can provide valuable support.
That's true.
The key is to be gentle with yourself during this process.
Self-compassion is key.
It is. It's not about judging yourself for past choices. It's about making conscious decisions that align with your current needs and desires.
I love that. It's all about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
So we've recalibrated in July. maybe let go of some things that were holding us back. What happens in August?
August brings a renewed focus on relationships.
Wait, didn't we already cover relationships in February?
We did, but in August, those connections take on a different dimension.
Okay, how so?
It's less about nurturing existing bonds and more about expanding your network, building new connections, and exploring potential collaborations.
So it's more outward focused.
It is.
Like networking events, joining new groups, maybe even meeting someone special.
Exactly. The energy of August supports those kinds of endeavors.
Okay.
It's about connecting with people who can support your growth and expansion, both personally and professionally.
I'm a bit of an introvert, so the whole networking thing can feel a bit daunting. Any advice on how to navigate that?
Iris Quinn suggests focusing on connecting with people who share your values and interests.
Okay.
It's less about working the room and more about finding those genuine connections that feel energizing and inspiring.
It's about quality over quantity, for sure.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've expanded our social circle in August. Now it's September, which means...
It's Virgo season?
Yes! The time for all Virgos to shine.
That's right.
I have to admit, I'm a little curious about what the book has to say about this.
Well, Iris Quinn describes September as a time of personal power and renewal for Virgos.
Okay.
Your energy levels will be high, your confidence will be boosted, and you'll have a natural ability to manifest your desires.
Hold on, you keep mentioning this manifestation thing.
I do.
Can you explain what that actually means?
Sure. Manifestation is about consciously creating the life you want by aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your desires.
Okay.
Iris Quinn provides a step-by-step guide in the book, but the basic idea is that you get clear on what you want, you visualize it as if it's already happened,
Okay.
and then you take inspired action towards making it a reality.
So it's not just about wishing and hoping, you actually have to put in the work.
Exactly. It's a co-creation with the universe. You set the intention, and then you take action to make it happen. And because it's Virgo season, you'll be naturally drawn to those practical, action-oriented approaches.
I like that it feels very empowering.
It is. It's about stepping into your power and taking control of your destiny.
Okay, so September is about stepping into your power, embracing your strengths, and making things happen. What kind of energy can Virgos expect in October?
In October, the energy shifts a bit. It's still very much about expansion, but this time it's about expanding your horizons, stepping outside your comfort zone, and embracing new experiences.
So it's less about taking charge and more about exploring possibilities.
Exactly. It's a great time to travel, learn new skills, or maybe even take a calculated risk in your career or personal life.
And what about November? Does that adventurous energy continue?
In November, the energy shifts inward once again. It's a time for deep emotional exploration, healing old wounds, and strengthening those closest bonds.
It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've explored the outer world, now it's time to go within.
Exactly. Iris Quinn talks about the importance of facing those deeper emotions, whether they're related to family relationships or even past traumas. It's not always comfortable, but it's an essential part of growth and transformation.
And I'm guessing this is where those boundary setting skills from February come in handy again.
Absolutely. It's about setting healthy boundaries in your relationships, letting go of toxic connections, and creating space for more authentic and fulfilling relationships to emerge.
So November is about doing that inner work, which I think is so important, especially as we head into the final month of the year.
You're right. December is all about reflection, reset, and celebration.
It's like the perfect time to take stock of everything you've accomplished, appreciate how far you've come, and set intentions for the year ahead.
It's exactly. Iris Quinn encourages you to review your year-long cosmic roadmap. Identify your top 3 takeaways and use those insights to create a vision for the year ahead.
It's like the perfect way to wrap up a year of astrological guidance. Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground here and it's a lot to take in, but what I find so exciting about Iris Quinn's approach is that it's not about rigid predictions or fate. It's about understanding these cosmic energies and using them to make conscious choices that align with your highest good.
I agree. And it's a journey that unfolds month by month, offering opportunities for growth and transformation along the way.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we'll be diving even deeper into these month-by-month chapters, uncovering even more gems of wisdom from Iris Quinn's book. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, you guys. So we just finished talking about the first half of 2025 for all you Virgos out there.
Yeah, some pretty intense cosmic energy, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't stop there. Iris Quinn's roadmap takes us all the way to December.
So we left off talking about June, and you know how that's supposed to be the month where we unleash our creativity?
Yeah.
But I have to admit, I've always admired those people who just they radiate creative energy.
I know what you mean.
Like they're just oozing with ideas.
Yeah.
But me, I'm more of a, practical planner type. So does the book offer any advice for someone like me who maybe hasn't quite tapped into their, artistic side?
It does. And what's interesting is Iris Quinn doesn't actually tell you, like, specific activities you should do.
Okay.
It's more about encouraging this exploration and playfulness.
I like that.
Yeah, like trying a new recipe,
Okay.
experimenting with a different style of clothing,
Right.
or even just taking a different route on your daily walk.
Okay, so it's less about being, artsy
Right.
and more about just being open to new experiences.
Exactly.
That feels a lot less intimidating, for sure.
Yeah.
But how does that tie into the whole cosmic energy thing?
Well, she suggests that June's energy is particularly supportive of these creative endeavors.
Okay.
Like it's this cosmic nudge
Uh-huh.
to step outside your comfort zone, try something new.
All right.
And the key is to approach it with this sense of curiosity and playfulness
Okay.
rather than, focusing on the outcome.
So not like obsessing over whether or not my painting is going to be, good enough to hang in a museum.
Exactly. Just enjoy the process.
Okay, I'm willing to give it a shot.
Good.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
Right.
I end up with a lopsided cake or a wardrobe malfunction.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've embraced our inner artist in June.
Mm-hmm.
What's next on our cosmic agenda?
So July brings a shift in energy.
Okay.
Instead of that outward exploration, it becomes a time for more inward reflection.
Interesting.
Iris Quinn, she calls it a time for recalibration.
Recalibration.
Yeah, it's about taking stock of where you are, revisiting those goals that you set back in January, and making any necessary adjustments.
Okay, so it's like a mid-year check-in.
It is, but it's also about being honest with yourself about what's working and what's not.
Okay.
Like, are there any projects that you've started,
Oh.
but you're no longer passionate about?
Yeah, in there.
Are there any relationships that are just draining your energy? This is the time to acknowledge those things.
Yeah.
And make conscious choices
Right.
about what you want to keep nurturing and what you need to let go of.
So it's not about beating yourself up for maybe, starting something and then realizing it wasn't the right fit.
No, not at all. It's about course correcting.
I like that.
Yeah.
But letting go can be hard.
It can be, but it can also be really freeing.
Okay, so any advice on how to actually let go of something that's no longer serving you?
Well, journaling can be really helpful
Okay.
for processing those emotions,
Yeah.
gaining clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Spending time in nature can also be incredibly grounding and restorative.
I could definitely use some of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And of course, talking to a trusted friend or therapist can provide valuable support.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
It is. The key is to be gentle with yourself during this process.
Self-compassion is key.
It's not about judging yourself
Right.
for past choices.
Yeah.
It's about, making conscious decisions that align with your current needs and desires.
Love that it's all about progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
So we've recalibrated in July.
Uh-huh.
Maybe let go of some things that were holding us back.
Yeah.
What happens in August?
So August, it brings a renewed focus on relationships.
Didn't we already talk about relationships in February?
We did, but in August, those connections take on a different dimension.
Okay, how so?
It's less about, nurturing those existing bonds
Duh.
and more about expanding your network,
Okay.
building new connections, and exploring potential collaborations.
Okay, so it's a good time to be putting myself out there, attending industry events, maybe even trying online dating.
Exactly.
Okay.
The energy of August supports those kinds of endeavors. It's about connecting with people who can support your growth and expansion,
I see.
both personally and professionally.
Because it's not just about romantic relationships.
No, it can be about, finding mentors,
Right.
collaborators, business partners.
Okay, so for someone like me who's a bit of an introvert, the whole networking thing can feel a bit daunting.
Yeah, I get that.
Any advice on how to navigate that?
Well, Iris Quinn, she suggests focusing on connecting with people who share your values and interests.
Okay.
So it's less about, working the room
Right.
and more about finding those genuine connections that feel energizing and inspiring.
So even if I'm just striking up a conversation with someone at my local coffee shop,
Exactly.
it could lead to something cool.
You never know.
I like that it's about quality over quantity for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've expanded our social circle in August.
Uh-huh.
Now it's September.
Which means,
It's Virgo season.
yes, the time for all Virgos to shine.
Yeah.
What does Iris Quinn have to say about this special time? Well, she describes September as a time of personal power and renewal for Virgos.
Okay.
Your energy levels will be high, your confidence will be boosted, and you'll have a natural ability to manifest your desires.
You keep mentioning this manifestation thing. Can you just give me like a quick rundown on what that actually means?
Sure, manifestation, it's about consciously creating the life that you want
Okay.
by aligning your thoughts, your feelings, your actions with your desires.
Okay, so it's not just about, sitting on my couch and daydreaming about winning the lottery.
No, it's about taking action.
Okay.
It's about setting intentions, visualizing what you want,
Okay.
and then taking inspired action.
So it's a co-creation with the universe.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
put in the work, the universe meets you halfway.
And since it's Virgo season, those practical, action-oriented approaches should come naturally, right?
Exactly, you'll be in your element.
Okay, so September is about stepping into your power, embracing your strengths, and making things happen.
That's right.
So what kind of energy can Virgos expect in October?
So October, it's still about expansion, but this time it's more about expanding your horizons.
Okay.
You're stepping outside that comfort zone and embracing new experiences.
So less about taking charge and more about exploring possibilities.
Exactly. It could be a great time to travel, learn a new skill, or even take a calculated risk in your career or personal life.
I like that. It sounds adventurous.
It is.
Does Iris Quinn have any advice for those of us who maybe struggle with stepping outside our comfort zones?
She does. She emphasizes the importance of balance.
Okay.
It's about expansion, yes, but it's also about staying grounded and mindful of your commitments.
So it's not about throwing caution to the wind.
No, it's about taking calculated risks
Right.
and trusting your intuition.
I like that. Okay, so October is for the adventurers at heart.
Yeah.
What about November? Does that same energy continue?
So in November, the energy shifts inward once again.
Okay.
It's a time for deep emotional exploration, healing old wounds,
Okay.
and strengthening those closest bonds.
It's like the universe is saying, okay, you've explored the outer world, now it's time to go within.
Exactly. Iris Quinn talks about, the importance of facing those deeper emotions, whether they're related to family relationships or even past traumas.
Yeah.
It's not always comfortable,
For sure.
but it's an essential part of growth and transformation.
And I'm guessing this is where those boundary setting skills from February come in handy again.
Absolutely. It's about setting healthy boundaries in your relationships, letting go of toxic connections, and creating space for more authentic and fulfilling relationships to emerge.
So November is all about doing that inner work, which I think is so important, especially as we head into the final month of the year.
You're right. December is all about reflection, reset, and celebration.
Like the perfect time to take stock of everything you've accomplished, appreciate how far you've come, and set intentions for the year ahead.
Exactly. Iris Quinn encourages you to review that year-long cosmic roadmap. Identify your top 3 takeaways.
Okay.
And use those insights to create a vision for the year ahead.
I love that. It's like the perfect way to wrap up a year of astrological guidance.
It is, and it sets you up for success in the coming year.
Okay, so we're back for the final part of our Virgo 2025 deep dive.
Part 3.
And it's like we've been on this amazing journey through the cosmos, right?
It is.
We've covered so much ground.
We have.
But Iris Quinn, she didn't stop with the month-by-month guidance.
No, she didn't.
There's this whole bonus section with like extra astro wisdom.
I know.
I'm so excited about it.
Me too.
So spill the cosmic tea. What kind of bonus material are we talking about here?
So first up, we have lucky days.
Ooh, lucky days.
But before you get too excited,
All right.
she's not talking about, winning the lottery or anything.
Okay.
Instead, she highlights specific days each month where the planetary energies are especially aligned
Okay.
for Virgos to take action
Okay.
and make progress towards their goals.
So it's less about luck and more about timing.
Exactly. Think of these days as having a little extra, cosmic wind at your back.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the perfect day to finally have that difficult conversation with your boss or to launch that new project you've been working
Yeah,
on.
exactly. It's all about harnessing the energy of the universe.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about this compatibility section? Can we finally settle the age-old debate about which signs are truly compatible with Virgos?
I wouldn't say settle the debate,
Okay.
but Iris Quinn, she offers this really nuanced perspective on compatibility.
Okay.
She goes beyond those basic sun sign pairings
Okay.
and dives into how the different elements, earth, air, fire, and water, how they interact with each other.
Okay, so it's not as simple as saying all Virgos should date Tauruses or stay away from Geminis.
Right. While some signs might have a natural affinity, it's really about understanding those unique dynamics at play
I see.
in each relationship.
Okay.
And she even offers specific tips for navigating different sign combinations.
Ooh. Like what?
So, for example, she suggests that a Virgo paired with a fiery Aries
Might benefit from learning to embrace spontaneity,
Okay.
while a Virgo with a dreamy Pisces might need to encourage a little more practicality.
I like that she gives such specific advice.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Okay, so we've talked about lucky days. We've talked about compatibility. But, some people are really skeptical of astrology.
Right.
What would you say to those who are like, this is all a bunch of hocus pocus?
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Skepticism is healthy, and I don't think anyone should blindly accept anything they read,
Right.
especially when it comes to something as personal as astrology.
For sure.
But I also think it's worth considering that, humans have been looking to the stars for guidance for centuries.
That's true.
There's a reason why astrology has persisted for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And at its core, I believe it's a tool for self-discovery and understanding.
I like that.
It's not about, predicting the future,
Right.
but about gaining insights into yourself and those around you.
I agree.
And if you approach it with an open mind
Mm.
and a healthy dose of discernment,
Yeah.
you might be surprised by what you discover.
That's a great point. It's about taking what resonates with you and leaving the rest.
Exactly.
All right, so before we wrap up this cosmic adventure, we have to talk about manifestation.
Okay.
It seems like everyone's buzzing about it these days.
They are.
So does the book offer any tips for, harnessing this energy to make our dreams a reality?
It does. Iris Quinn dedicates a whole section to manifestation techniques.
Awesome.
And she emphasizes that it's not just about wishing and hoping.
Right.
It's about taking aligned action.
Okay, so there's no such thing as a free lunch, even in the cosmos.
That's right. You have to put in the work.
So what kind of work are we talking about here?
Well, she talks about the importance of getting really clear about what you want,
Okay.
visualizing it as if it's already happened,
Mm-hmm.
and then taking those inspired actions.
So it's like a 3-step process.
It is.
Okay.
Clarity, visualization, action.
Love it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have,
What's your biggest takeaway from Iris Quinn's book?
what stands out to me is that this book isn't just about predicting the future. It's like this roadmap for personal growth.
Totally.
Iris Quinn provides practical tools and insights
Yeah.
that can help you navigate relationships, tap into your creativity,
Yeah.
manage stress,
Right.
and ultimately create a life that's aligned with your truest self.
And she does it all with a sense of humor and compassion,
She does.
which makes the journey so much more enjoyable.
It really does.
Well, I feel like we've unpacked so much valuable information today, and I'm walking away with this renewed sense of optimism and excitement
I love that.
about the year ahead,
Me too.
for myself and for all the Virgos out there.
Yes.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Virgo 2025, what's your final piece of advice for our listeners?
Well, remember, the stars are just a guide.
Okay.
The real magic is in how you choose to act on this knowledge.
Love that. Well said. All right, that's it for today's deep dive into your complete personal horoscope, Virgo 2025.
We hope you enjoyed it.
If you're a Virgo listening, we hope you feel empowered to make 2025 your best year yet.
And even if you're not a Virgo, we hope you glean some valuable insights.
About yourself and the people in your life.
That's right.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep reaching for the stars. Bye, everyone.
Bye.